Imagine with me that the manager of the company where you work approaches you and challenges you to do a task for which he would pay you $50,000 as a reward. You will, of course, become enthusiastic and work hard day and night until you complete this task or this challenge. Now, how would you feel if you actually managed to accomplish it and presented it to the manager and demanded your reward? But he was only joking and would not give you the reward. What's the first thing that comes to your mind? Actually, this short story happened with one of the most famous inventors. We're going to talk about it in today's video. Here's a brief look at Nikola Tesla's fascinating life. Who was Nikola Tesla? Nikola Tesla was an engineer and scientist who was born in Smiljan, Croatia, on July 10th of 1856. Tesla's father, Milutin Tesla, was a Serbian Orthodox priest, and he pushed for his son to join the priesthood. But Nikola's interests lay squarely in the sciences. Tesla's interest in electrical invention was spurred by his mother, Juka Mandic, who invented small household appliances in her spare time while her son was growing up. In perhaps the best foreshadowing in history, Tesla was born around midnight during a fierce storm that passed through his village, which was under the power of the Austrian Empire at the time. According to family legend, midway through the birth, the midwife wrung her hands and declared the lightning a bad omen. She said, "This child will be a child of darkness," to which his mother replied, "No, he will be a child of light." Nikola had 4 brothers. In 1863, an accident happened with him that changed his life. Tesla's brother Daniel was killed in a riding accident. He was a witness to the accident, and some claim it was him who spooked the horse. The shock of the loss unsettled the 7-year-old Tesla, who reported seeing visions, the first signs of his lifelong mental illness. How was Nikola Tesla educated? In 1861, he entered primary school where he studied German, mathematics, and also religion. After that, his family was forced to move to live in the nearby Gospic, where Tesla completed primary school, followed by middle school. After studying at the Realschule Karlstadt in Germany, Tesla attended the Technical University of Graz and studied physics and math. Then he studied philosophy at the University of Prague. At that time, Tesla worked furiously in several jobs to be able to support himself. While he was in Graz, he first saw Gramme dynamo, which operated as a generator and when in reverse became an electric motor, and he conceived a way to use alternating current to advantage. In 1881, Tesla moved to Budapest to begin a career as a chief electrical engineer. During his tenure, he introduced various operation upswings which improved the performance of the company. It was said that he invented a telephone amplifier without receiving a patent. Later in Budapest, the idea for the induction motor first came to Tesla, and in fact, this is what happened. He visualized the principle of the rotating magnetic field and developed plans for an induction motor that would become his first step toward the successful utilization of alternating current. Nikola Tesla and Thomas Edison are 2 giants of electrical engineering whose inventions changed history. But the electricity between the two is no secret to the world. Throughout this time, Nicholas had been hearing about Thomas Edison's inventions and achievements, and Thomas Edison was the most famous person in the world working in the field of electricity. So, in 1882, Tesla went to work in Paris for the Continental Edison Company. Later on, Charles Batchelor, one of Tesla's early bosses and Edison's man in Paris, convinced him to visit America and meet Thomas Edison in person. And this is exactly what happened. Tesla arrived in New York in 1884 and was hired as an engineer at Thomas Edison's Manhattan headquarters. He worked there for a year, as in Paris, Tesla was working on troubleshooting, installations, and improving generators, impressing Edison with his diligence and ingenuity. One day, Edison told Tesla he would pay $50,000 if he improved his direct current generator design, and he was also asked if he could repair all of Edison's generators and make them work efficiently and economically. It was a simple task for Tesla, so he assured Edison that he could do it. During that period in which he was working for Edison, his salary was only $18. And according to historical statistics, that Thomas Edison did not accept that one of his employees correct his work, ideas, and criticize him, as well as keeping up with him in understanding electrical systems. Also, Thomas Edison was known for exploiting new ideas, and this is what happened. After sleepless nights and months of experimentation, Tesla presented a solution and asked for the money. Edison refused to pay up, claiming he had been joking. Edison demurred, saying, "Tesla, you don't understand our American humor." In return, instead of rewarding him as promised, he gave him a weekly bonus of only $10. Tesla quit soon after. After several months, Tesla formed his own lab and he started working on his own inventions. And he succeeded in developing an induction motor that ran on alternating current electrical system, which would quickly become the preeminent power system of the 20th century, and has remained the worldwide standard ever since. Tesla's AC system soon caught the attention of American engineer and businessman George Westinghouse, who was seeking a solution to supplying the nation with long-distance power. Convinced that Tesla's inventions would help him achieve this, in 1888 he purchased his patents for $60,000. As interest in AC system grew, Tesla and Westinghouse were put in direct competition with Thomas Edison, who was intent on selling his direct current system to the nation. Unfortunately for Edison, the Westinghouse Corporation was chosen to supply the lighting at the 1893 World's Columbian Exposition in Chicago, and Tesla conducted demonstrations of his AC system there. It became the first dazzling light show that people believed, as Edison said, was capable of only destroying. Also in 1895, Tesla designed what was among the first AC hydroelectric power plants in the United States at Niagara Falls. In addition to alternating current electrical systems in Colorado's silver mines and other industries, Tesla eventually succeeded in making alternating current acceptable and certified as an electrical power system worldwide. Actually, Nikola Tesla got as much fame as Edison with every invention. And not only that, many scientists and inventors relied on Tesla's ideas in their inventions. Let's take a brief look at the most important inventions of Nikola Tesla. He was able to invent and develop power devices based on the huge potential of alternating current and high-frequency current like radio, high-frequency lighting, X-rays, in addition to electrotherapy methods. Tesla developed a global system for broadcasting electric power using magnified transmitters, and built a global wireless communication system to be transmitted through a large electrical tower on Long Island, New York. That became known as Wardenclyffe. What did Tesla predict that has come true? Tesla predicted the microwave, ray beam techniques, television, and wave interference devices that have been named after him ever since. Also contributed to the advancement of robotics, remote control, radar, and even computer science. Meanwhile, in England, a young Italian named Guglielmo Marconi had been hard at work building a wireless device. Tesla filed the first US radio patent in 1897. Marconi's first patent application in the US in 1900 was turned down. Surprisingly, the US Patent Office reversed previous decisions and gave Marconi a patent for the invention of radio. In fact, Tesla Corporation estimated that he registered more than 300 patents in the name of Nikola Tesla across all countries of the world. One of the most famous of these inventions, magnifying transmitter to offer wireless power transmission, and also Tesla turbine with fuel efficiency is up to 90%. Using electromagnets to spin, Tesla's induction motor currently powers everyday household items such as vacuums, hair dryers, and power tools. He even invented the first remote-controlled boat back in 1898 and knew the boat had military prospects in conducting battle remotely. Tesla had a strong imprint in nuclear physics and theories, and despite all this, many of his inventions and ideas were stolen and attributed to other people, just like Edison and Marconi. Did Tesla ever receive the Nobel Prize? Actually, in 1915, the Swedish Academy of Sciences decided to award Nikola Tesla and Thomas Edison the Nobel Prize for physics equally. However, they refused to share the prize. Although Tesla was called the inventor of the 20th century because of his inventions that facilitated our lives, Tesla was bankrupt before his death. He used to live his last decades in a New York hotel, working on new inventions even as his energy and mental health faded. He spent his final years communicating with the city's pigeons and died in his room on January 7, 1943 at age 86. As we have reached the end of our story, how much more advanced would the world be if Nikola Tesla was still alive? Waiting for your answers in the comments below. Do not forget to subscribe and hit that like button so you can receive more interesting topics like this. Thanks for watching.